Lines this morning. You know, it's not too often that you can get a tear in your eye before a Super Bowl game even starts.
Right, but it was emotional.
It was very emotional. This happened yesterday. 26 kids from Sandy Hook Elementary School, that's a school that had that unfortunate mass shooting up in Connecticut just before Christmas, joined Jennifer Hudson to sing America the Beautiful. If you missed this, take a look right now.
For spacious skies, for amber ways of grain.
Yeah, not a dry eye in the house after that one. And,
no.
Yeah, and judging by the responses on social media, you know, this performance appeared destined to become one of the most poignant memories of the Super Bowl, I think. So.
I think of Super Bowl history ever. Even the players there, they've got their mind on a big game. That's Mr. Kaepernick, the quarterback of the 49ers. You know, it's hard for them to keep a dry eye during that as well. Extremely, extremely emotional. Well, after that, they got to the game. The one thing people just were waiting to see, and
it looked like it was going to be a blowout, maybe.
It was. I went to bed at halftime, and I'm thinking this game is over. There's no point in watching the rest of it.
Not so much after the power went out. The San Francisco 49ers, they powered up and
they
tried to make a
did.
comeback.
Very well said, Ms. Van Dyke. In case you missed some of the late night highlights, here's KRQE Sports Director Van Tate with everything you need to see.
Call Super Bowl 47 drama. Two brothers calling the shots against one another in a game that saw a power outage and a blowout turn thriller. Ravens striking first 6-play drive ending when Joe Flacco finds Anquan Bolden for a 13-yard touchdown. 1 of 3 for Flacco. 7-0 Ravens. Second quarter 7-3 when LaMichael James would fumble the football. John Bones Jones' brother Arthur is there to get it for the Ravens. The Ravens would make the Niners pay. Flacco finding Dennis Pitta, making it a 14-3 ball game in favor of the Ravens. Niners get the ball back and looking for something. Colin Kaepernick to Ed Reed. Ed Reed, he's on the other team. Wrong man. Reed, postseason record, 9th pick, sets his team up for more scoring before the break. Flacco connecting with Jacoby Jones, and this one covering 56 yards. Look what happens. Jones rolls up, not touched, gets into the end zone. Ravens would lead 21-6 at the break. Second half kickoff going to Jacoby Jones. Deep. He decides he's going to take it out of the end zone and go, and boy, does he go 108 yards for the touchdown. Longest touchdown return in postseason history. Ravens go up 28-6. 49ers get a break because the power will go out for 33 minutes, and the Ravens momentum zap. Play resumes. 49ers mounting a furious comeback. We start in the fourth. Kaepernick calling his own number, 15-yard touchdown, make it 31-29. Yep, they caught up that much. Ravens tack on a field goal while the 49ers get one more shot for the win. Fourth down, and Michael Crabtree complained he was held. Anyway, the play going incomplete, and you see what happened. Niners lose for the first time in the Super Bowl. Brothers Harbaugh glad it is over.
How hard was it going against your brother out there? It was really hard. And I'll tell you, at the end of the game was the hardest thing I've ever experienced. What did you say to him? I told him I loved him.
Well, I tell you what, we don't make it easy, but that's the way the city of Baltimore is. That's the way we are. You know, we did this for them back home.
It's no greater way as a champ to go out on your last ride with the men that I went out with.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Van Tate, for that. Now, everybody had a prediction on who they think was going to win the Super Bowl? And you've seen all these videos of animals predicting it.
There was like a bear, I believe we were talking
about.
A
bear. I think we've seen ones of an elephant. Well, here's one of a manatee. Take a look at this. In Sarasota, Florida, 2 huge manatees, sea cows as they call them, they released them, Hugh and Buffett, and they said, go ahead and swim toward whichever team you want to. Well, guess what? Both manatees somehow, smarter than the average bear, or human for that matter, swam toward the Ravens sign.
Yeah, I think they're smarter than the bear. Well, no, actually the bear predicted the Ravens too, I believe.
Well,
so there you go. The animals were all
I'll be
over it.
darned. You know those animals. I tell you what.
Yeah.
Just go to the zoo and you could win a fortune by betting on the Super Bowl. Not that
I had
I
a feeling.
endorse or condone that.
I had a feeling it'd be the Ravens, though.
I think a lot of people did. Even though 49ers had the line on the game, though, by about 3 points. I think that was the last one, but it's virtually nothing.
Right. Well.
And it's actually what the game came down to, by
Yeah,
the way,
so
too.
this was probably the most exciting part of the game. Was the very
yeah.
beginning of the second half. Some very, very lucky people here in Albuquerque because they're getting their TVs for free, all thanks to a promotion from BIOS, the big electronics and home store here. Take a look.
Okay, so here's the ad that Ms. Van Dyke earlier today found on Facebook. It's where BIOS says if you bought a TV, basically in the last couple of weeks or so, that the TV costs more than $799, I believe, and if the first kickoff from the first half or right after halftime was ran back for a touchdown, you would get said TV for free. Now you're probably thinking, what are the chances of that? Actually pretty darn good for the Ravens because right after halftime, you remember this band just showed us a highlight. Jacoby Jones took that kickoff back,
Right on
108 yards for the score, and then the people on BIOS's Facebook page went nuts. Some of them are getting a TV for free. In fact, there was even one guy posted a picture of himself with a 60-inch 3D TV. That's got to be what, well over $1,000, well over $1,500.
Happy campers, and I know on Twitter it's like I should have gone to BIOS.
Should have gone to BIOS. Should have gone to BIOS. Should have
for
bought the
Super Bowl,
TV.
yeah.
And it would be remiss if we didn't mention the halftime show as well. Beyonce, did she knock that out of the park or
Nailed
what?
it. She killed it.
Although
She really
I
did.
do have to say, she was just one shake or shimmy away from a Janet Jackson
I thought her
wardrobe
boots were going to
malfunction.
fly off. She was stomping away.
Yeah,
on
and
the
now I've got
dance
her
floor.
music stuck in my head for the next year or so until next year's halftime show. But
Well.
she didn't sing a lot, but it was one heck of a performance, that's
It
for
was.
sure.
And we're not done talking about the Super Bowl yet. We're going to be talking big time about some of the commercials coming up in just a bit. So you're going to want to stick around. But coming up next on New Mexico Style, we're kicking off Black History Month.